Cody, go back. Good! Good dog! That's a good dog!
Hillbilly girl, just as sweet as wine.
Go back. Good. Go back. Go back. Good dog!
Like a muscadine.
Good dog! Very good! Cody, go back. Good dog. Good. Good girl. That's a good girl. Oh, good. Good. Did. Good dog. Good dog. Real fun. Good. Back again. We're a little bit later than we normally are. We're raising some pheasants, and we've got pheasant chicks coming today. So we fooled around with that. Ben and I did a little bit this morning. So we're probably an hour later than we normally are. You can tell by the sun is up. It is warming up. It's gonna be humid today. It's not too bad right now, but I wouldn't want to go a whole lot later. In fact, getting my other dogs done earlier was the ticket. So we push it a little bit with Cody, but we're not going real long today, so I don't think it's gonna be an issue. We're going to build off of yesterday. I've been searching we started these rights and lefts, so I've been searching for this rhythm with her to get her to figure out where she's at confidently, and not kind of mix her up, not confuse her, not make it too hard for her. I want her to always learn stuff, but I don't want to make it so hard that she fails and loses the confidence because she doesn't learn anything at that point. So with her, it's a real fine line. Some dogs, it's not nearly as touchy, but she's kind of a touchy dog. I don't have any problem with it. I kind of like it. But so one of the things I did last night was I worked my older dogs here. I worked all three of them together, and we did this little sequence. We did it very similar to what we're doing right now, except what we're going to do with her is at the entry level. With them, we just had a little bit more complications. We had a few more variations, but our objective is get her running clean right, run the clean left, run the clean right, run the clean left, and maybe go back into that cover. With her, it's one at a time, because her reaction to go right and left just isn't there yet. 100%, and so we're just not ready to give her choices and make her decide to make a choice. She's gonna make the wrong choice, then I gotta correct her. If I correct her, she likes to kind of shut down on me. So I can't do that too quickly. But last night what I found was I did it all at the same time. So I had a white dummy out there, a white dummy down there. I would throw the dog, have the dog sit there remote. I'd throw the bumper over the top, and then I'd send to the right, and she'd come to me. Then I'd bring her back. I'd put her in here. Actually, what I did was my next set was I'd bring the dog here, I'd send the dog, line it into the cover, have them build off that memory of there's one in that cover. They'd have to take a nice hard line, I'd stop them in that mowed path, get them square to me, and I'd send them left for that one. Then they'd come back to me. So now I don't have one over here. I do have one. I would reset that one. And actually this one, when I came in, wasn't visual to them. As I walked around the corner, I threw 3 bumpers up into the cover. So I left those. They were just long delayed memories. So each dog got 1 bumper to the right, had to jump the fence, go get it, come back with the diversion behind them. The second bumper was send them, have them stop, ignore the diversion, handle to the left, pick up that white bumper that they could see. Then they'd come back. Then I would go back out and I'd reset that one. I'd take the dog, I'd line them, I'd stop them, and they assumed they were going back to that same one they just picked up, and I would send them back. And so they'd have to go back into the cover and pick it up. So then the last one with each dog was I brought the dog back here. I threw a bumper in, so it was marked into that cover. I sent the dog in, stopped them, and then sent them to the left, picked that one. So that was the sequence that I did with them. And each one of my dogs struggled with going back. And it's not surprising and so I did it with all 3 dogs in a row. One retrieve, 2 retrieves. And they struggled going back, and it was a reminder to me of as soon as we start going right and left with these guys, they just have a tendency to think that right and left gets retrieves, not always back. And so it's a reminder now today, I don't like to muddy the waters when dogs are learning something brand new. Right and left to her is pretty brand new, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to be a little cautious in the back of my mind with the right and left, and realize don't let back fade. Don't let back lose its value. Keep a nice crisp turning around and going back. So to start out with, I'm going to kind of counterbalance it. So I'm going to start out with a nice long trailing memory out there. Actually, I'll probably leave it here. I'll walk her out here. I'll turn around. I'll send her. I'll stop her. Have her turn around. I'll send her back. She'll pick this one up, come back to me, then we'll come over here, we'll go right, left, right, left, right, left, and then we're done. So we're gonna start out with a long one. We're gonna move to some short controlled rights and lefts, just so that I do, you know, she did really well yesterday, and she did pretty good the day before, rights and lefts. Or was that when she struggled? The day before, I guess, she struggled a little bit out on the fence line. I think it was the setup more than anything. So we're gonna have a second day of success, but we're gonna add just one little thing of, keep in mind, you still gotta go back to get bumpers. So let's start her out here. Doesn't have to be complicated. In fact, I don't want it to be. So I'll use that bumper that stands up real well. Watch. No, heel. Let me just heel her back, then I'll send her right back to you. Just gonna lengthen it out and get a good back. And then after that, we'll go rights and lefts. It's also a nice way kind of for her to warm up her mind with something she already knows. This isn't something new. This I'm not doing as a drill to try to gain something new. I'm just trying to reinforce what should already be there and kind of warm her up. I just thought about it. I could do a pull. I could have had a remote sit, pulled her to me and pushed her back. Maybe that would have been a little simpler. But we're going to do this. She's been responding really well to the whistle. I hope I don't jinx it. I haven't had any concern with her stopping to my whistle, even halfway, more than halfway. Used to be kind of the halfway point was where she came over the hill and it was hard to slow her down. She's been pretty responsive. Part of it has been, I think, because I started throwing diversion birds. I think she kind of enjoys watching that because she thinks she might be getting something out of it. Good. Cody, go back. Come on, come on, here, come on, good, good, good. Just check, she's checking. This time I'm gonna change my mind. I want a hard line. I'm not gonna stop her. I want her to run it all the way through. Go back. Go back, go back, go back, go back. Good. I think part of it is 99% of the time I would say she's not going to stop by. Good. Good. And I could tell just by the house, not a real hard pace out. Good. 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 Nope, leave it. So we're gonna do that again. Ben, I'm gonna have you come with me though this time. I don't want you in between us. I think she hesitated partially because she was running up on you, and I think she kind of thought maybe it's here. Come on. And that's okay too. I mean, I want her to be able to work in all sorts of different conditions and scenarios, other people, other dogs. One thing with her I've been doing is in the evening when I work my older dogs, or not really older dogs, but my dogs, I bring her with. I've been doing it for about a week now. She doesn't get a lot of retrieves. She gets a few, but the majority of the time she watches and is just patient, observant, and respectful kind of the other dogs. So she's really starting to learn to take her turn. Good. Now this is exactly why we want to stretch them out. That little bit of a hold up, I don't have a major issue with it. I would have had an issue if she stopped short and started hunting. She was looking for help. She was looking for direction. On one hand, I think it's good. On the other hand, I go, you should know where this thing is. I shouldn't have to help you on simple stuff like this. Watch. Cody, go back. Go back. Go back. Here. I'm not gonna send her. Come on. Here. Come on. Now she's looking for just way too much help. Good. Good. Ready? Ready? Go. Good. Good. A little more in my voice. Good. So this is that balance thing where, you know, you just can't let them, good. You can't let them become too independent, dead, good. And you can't let them become too dependent. They gotta be able to do it both ways. So we're constantly searching for that balance with her. So that was really good. She didn't do it exactly the way I had wanted her to, but that's why we did it. Because I kind of anticipated or thought she may be developing some of these hang-ups that that my other dogs were doing here last night, where where they were getting a little bit sticky on me. So that's good enough. I get through that and I make the mental note of don't forget about that. Run her on some straight lines, and we never even handled back. My point going into that was to go back. I didn't even go back because I don't want to. I don't want to handle her. I want to make sure that we're getting that straight line run. So now what I do is in my head I make a little note and I go, I have to go back somewhere. I have to figure out a drill to make sure we reinforce back. And we might do it at the end here to wrap this up. But sit. Good. Now we're going to go to what I consider new learning, something she's going to be doing. You know, this is a new skill for her. I don't want hesitation. That's my goal. My goal is to have these be real crisp. If they're sticky, I'm okay with it because it tells me she's thinking. What I don't want is to see this struggle to the point where I have to make a correction, because then we don't gain much with her. So part of it is in my setup. Set it up really clean, be really crisp about it. Get out. Good. Good dog. Very good. Very good. Did. Couldn't ask for it any better. No hesitation. Real clean. Real smooth. Good. Heel. Sit. Sit. Good. Good. You can see she's leaning. That's okay. It's gonna be real crisp. Little pause. Good. Let her rest. Let her kind of come. I don't want her super tense. I'd like to have her be calm, get her attention, go through the process, send her. Get out. Good. Good dog. Very good. Good dog. Hold. Good. Did. That was good. You can see our body language. All of her little cues were perfect. Mouth closed when it was time to really think about it because something's about to happen. She leaned a little bit. Heel. Sit. She leaned a little bit. This one I'm going to add a little distance to. And she started almost a little early on me. Not bad, not bad, certainly not bad enough to correct her. So I'm lengthening it out. This is the distance that I had the dogs running it last night at, about double what we had just now. So I do want to get her used to really running. If she's gonna, when she shows me she's gonna square up and go 90 degrees and push, I'm gonna let her stretch a little bit. That distance out. She leaned a little bit on me on that last one, and to be honest with you, I would watch it again, but I was real slow and deliberate, not too long, but I felt like my rhythm was pretty good with up, down, out, and she almost went with me with my pace. So if she had gone left and my hand was up here, no, but I brought it down and I actually started, I think, moving it, and she went with it, and that's okay. Good. Good. Let her, she's kind of tense right now, anticipating this next move. Good. Good. Get out. Good. Good pace. Good pace from her. Very good. Real controlled. Good, but not sluggish. Good. Hold. Did. Very good. Heel. Go on. Go on. Sit. Good. I'll stretch this one out. Actually, I'll leave this one a little bit. I'll leave it right. Did your camera see it, Ben, where I was putting it? You think? I think there's only, there's some value in stretching out these retrieves. There's some value, I think, in keeping them short. I think it keeps them guessing. I think it keeps them sharp. It was interesting yesterday when I had Ellie, which I thought it was good. I put it where that last one was. I centered left. She took it so crisp and so hard, and I loved every minute of it. And she ran right past it. And I just think that in her mind, her mindset was, there's no way it's that short. And she didn't even think to engage her eyes at that point. I thought she would see the dummy. She didn't. She blew right by it. And I just left her. I just let her work, let her work, let her work, let her work. And she hunted and hunted and hunted. I didn't want her to fail. But with her, it's not we're not teaching her left and right. She knows it. With her, I'm working on making it sharper, better angles. But so she worked past it, and I didn't want to help her much. So I let her work and let her work and let her work. Then she came and she got on that trail and she looked to me. And so I just beep, 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 and recalled her to me, stopped her, and gave her a little hunt whistle, and she hunted right into it, and it worked out. It ended up a better drill than what I had planned, but it worked out really well. But that's why I go short sometimes, long sometimes. Keep their minds thinking. Don't let them just assume that it's always the same distance. When they start running in a direction, they should be aware that something could be there. But I also don't want it so short that they only go a few steps and start to hunt. That's, again, fine line, a little bit of a balance you're looking for. See how intense she gets? Good. 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 She's really, I don't mind her relaxing there. Get out. Good. Good, very good. That's a good dog. Good, hold, dead, and that's good. Now, here's where we'll build in. So I'm just gonna let her sit for a second, explain what we're gonna do next. So that we're gonna finish it. That I'm done with rights and lefts. I thought that was really nice. She is starting to clearly show me she gets it. She gets right, she gets left, she knows what to do. It's gonna be once we start adding some confusion to it, some distracting points to it, that's where she will get a little bit fuzzy, get a little sticky. We'll help her through. We'll get to that, but I'm gonna stick with this dog being successful. She does her best work when she's successful. It's obvious, right? Well, I mean, she takes the next step off of success so much better than any I cannot go any further with her if she's got any hesitation. So it's got to be crystal clear. So just simplify it, make it as simple as hell, and then add a little bit of a complication, and then add a little bit of a complication, and then a little bit. Now, we did our rights, we did our lefts. I'm real happy with them. I'm going to end it with a back. I'm going to set her up, put her in the same spot. I'm going to go up over her head. I'm going to send her back. And she's just gone left, she's just gone right to get rewards. And it's gone very well. This is something that she needs to realize. The old back thing is still there, still valid, and going to get a reward. And she has to be compliant with it. She can't go this way or this way because that's where all the dummies have been. Yep. Yep. Heel, heel, sit, sit, sit. Good. Now I covered her eyes and I pitched it back and she did not see it. I'm gonna go nice and short. Good. Good. Look at her look. She looks to the left, she goes, I don't see it. She's probably gonna peek to the right, but I don't see it. Good. I'm going to let her relax. Very good. She's starting to think. Good. She's also probably starting to use her nose, if you can look at that. She's trying to figure out. Good. I want to send her back with my right hand. Good. Go back. Go back. Here, come on, come on, sit, good. Let's move her, I'm gonna move her forward and send her back, good. Go back, go back, go back, good dog. Go back. Go back. Good. Go back. Good. Go back. Go back. Good. 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 Good dog. Good dog. Good. Good. Did. Now, we got through that, and I'm real happy about it. I want to do it one more time for confidence. Make it real clean. Even let her see it this time. Now, the last time she had to trust me that it was there. Sit. Sent her back, and she didn't necessarily know it was for sure. You could see that thinking in there going, are you sure? Are you sure? And she finally did, and that was good. Come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Go back. Good. 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 Very good. Very good. And that's how we'll end it. Good dog. Hold. Very good. Dead. Dead. Good girl. That's how we're going to end that one. That was really a nice session this morning, real controlled. When things didn't go really perfectly, we just adjusted a little bit, we tweaked it a little bit. made sure that we found success out of it, and that's what we're looking for. I don't think there's any part of her right now that doesn't have confidence. There were parts throughout here that she second guessed or was a little wishy-washy on. That's okay. We're not that far into this, so the process takes a while, and I'm fine with it. So she did a nice job. We're getting there slowly but surely. So you look back over the last 20-some videos, a lot of progress from day one to today, but day to day it doesn't seem like that much. So we see that with every dog that we video our training with. We're starting a new puppy series, new series with a puppy that we just got. We're filming a series with Arrow, who you can hear in the background right now. It's just all these little things that we do, and what I really get a lot out of them with is the idea of start to finish, you get a lot done. It's the steps in between that are so small, and there's sometimes they're backwards, and sometimes we're sideways, but in the end we're always just kind of chipping ahead at it. So moving forward is our plan ultimately. So that was a real nice session. We'll build off of it tomorrow. Tonight I'll work her probably with my older dogs, and I might do some lining, some long lining, just stuff that isn't necessarily handling. Might even work her on a few backs if we get to that point. So we'll see how that fits in, but that was a good session.